And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. Oh, the market is interesting. Signature Series 5 is yeah, if you watch my pack opening, you know I'm not really too stoked about Signature Series 5, but it is what it is. Let's talk about the cards that are in the set and we'll go from there. Right. Nothing special happening this weekend, mainly because 2K is gearing up for the 250K tournament. Now look, you don't want to go anywhere near unlimited right now. Not only are the 250K qualifying guys just out here roaming around practicing and whatnot, um, wannabe 250K guys are going to feel inspired this weekend. And they're going to go hit the streets of unlimited. And it is not about to be a fun time. So I'm just going to avoid unlimited at all possible until like Sunday, maybe, when people kind of like give up on playing it, you know? But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the market. So these packs came out, and honestly, the odds were absolutely abysmal. Like, the odds were horrible on these packs. 5% chance for an Opal. Didn't get one. I guess I'll open a couple more packs just to show you guys, like, it's pretty terrible out here. Realistically, I'm gonna pull like Rudy Gay right now, which is fine. I'll get there. Matt Bonner signature, dude, sick. I think that's tight. Like, the pack odds are horrible. There's no real way around it. I spent like 150K and I can't get literally anything to drop out of here. Like, so I'm not holding out hope that these packs are going to produce any worthwhile players or anything of that nature. I need to stop opening packs, but once I get started, you know how it is. You know what I mean? All right, so we got a little shake action. It's going to be a diamond. It's a pink diamond, which I don't care about because the pink diamonds are so cheap. Anyways, I got another Hito. It is what it is. I made like 75% of the MT I just spent on that pack. Oh, it's signature Hito, so maybe I made a pack's worth of MT, but it is what it is. As you can see, the packs are not good odds-wise. I got a 5% chance to pull one of these two Opals, and it just hasn't happened. Well, I take that back. I have a 5% chance to pull an Opal. That does include Ja Morant and Giannis, so you know it is what it is. I'm not having a good time with these, but let's go look at the market as a whole, right? A lot of cards are down in value. Now, Embiid is down in value quite a bit. You can get him for about 100K. He was like 170 the other day. So, you know, if Embiid's something you're interested in, you can definitely pick him up. Jordan hasn't really he hasn't dipped too much in value, but that's just because he's MJ. Old heads will cop, like myself, will cop MJ no matter what. Doesn't matter if he's the most meta card in the world. Like, we're going to cop him. Let's look at the cards that came out today. We got Luka Doncic, who is expensive, but he's not the worst. He is a rare specimen. And I mean, he is an incredible card on next gen, and he's kind of decent on current gen. Like, he's pretty okay on current gen. I would say he's like one of the better point guards for sure, but I don't think he's outright the best on current gen. But on next gen, he's outright the best point guard in the entire game. No question about it. I mean, he's got a huge player build. He's fast. His jump shot is ridiculous on next gen. On current gen, it's kind of ugly, but it's greenable for sure. There's no question about it. Then we got D-Rob. D-Rob's he's expensive. I mean, it is what it is. You kind of expected that to be the case. I mean, D-Rob's one of the most dominant centers in the game, and I mean, he comes with like Hoff, catch and shoot, brick wall, rim protector, clamps, interceptor, intimidator. He's going to play steadfast defense. He's going to be able to crack open threes with a 93 pointer and a good release. Like, there's badges he needs for sure. Specifically this one, like, you can give him chef. People will give him chef. He can handle the rock a little bit, so it is what it is. He's going to need clutch shooter, deadeye, green machine for sure. Those are three I absolutely would recommend giving him. Same with slippery off ball. I think that's a really underrated badge as well. David Robinson's, 200K, and I don't think that's going to change for a bit. I think he's going to be over 100K for a while. Then we got Rudy. Rudy's a straight buyout, dude, which I think is very interesting. This is 26 Hoff badge Rudy. I just feel like there wasn't even a point to do that. Like, if I'm being honest, I'm going to just go ahead and throw like 50K on this Rudy and see if I can get him. That's already not happening. That's good. Anyways, Rudy is Rudy. He's got Rudy base on quick, which is sick. Catch and shoot corner specialist on Hoff. The non-signature version does have corner specialist is gold instead of Hoff, non-upgradable, which, like, It's not the biggest deal in the world. I personally don't think the difference between gold and Hoff corner specialist is really that big of a deal at all, personally. He comes with, Hoff clamps, quick chain interceptor, posterizer. He's going to attack the rim. He's going to play pretty competent defense. He's going to be able to shoot. He's got one of the best releases in the game. I wonder, does he have Chef? Like at all? He doesn't. Okay, so he doesn't come standard with range or Chef, I don't believe. Yeah. He doesn't come standard with either of those, which I find just despicable. The least they could have done is give my man like one of the two. And I think that is part of the reason why he's a little bit on the cheaper side right now. It's probably why this one is so expensive. It has Hoff, both of them. This makes sense. But Rudy is still one of the most elite options that you can get for under 100K. That being said, the fact that he doesn't have those two badges already does negate his value a little bit, both on this version and the other version. I think it does hurt for sure. If he had even just one of those on at least gold, I think I would be like, yeah, he's without a doubt the best small forward, power forward that you can buy for 100K. But the fact that you have to go and put, an additional 20, 30K worth of badges on him is kind of annoying for sure. That being said, I'm copping him 100%. No question about it. Kenyon Martin's an interesting one. I'm going to talk about him when we get to the little signature cards here in a second. Hito is an absolute demon, dude. Hito's really good. Like 6'10", he's got a new release. It's like a really weird one. I don't remember whose release it actually is. I can't pronounce the guy's name anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but his release is, yeah, I don't even know what release it is. It's release 111. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't pronounce this other guy's name, so I couldn't tell you what it is. The only difference between this one and the signature version is handle for days, which I don't think is the biggest deal in the world. Hito is electric, though. Like, he's got pretty much every shooting badge. He doesn't have Hoff Chef, but he does have Gold Chef, which is fine. Hoff Chef would be very helpful on him. Wait, does he not have Chef at all? Oh, he doesn't have Chef at all. I thought he had Gold Chef. Dude, he can make moving jump shots at a very high clip with no Chef. They really disrespected Hito and Rudy. Why would they do that to my boys like that? Really? Like, out of anyone you're going to disrespect, you're going to disrespect those two? The audacity. Look at my man Hito with those Orlando jerseys were, they weren't as tight as the black pinstripes like the T-Mac. I know they're like the Penny Hardaway Magic ones. Like Penny Hardaway Shaq is what I meant to say. I know that's like what you think of when you think of the black pinstripes, but I think of like 01 T-Mac. My boy was out here. I know they were alternates that year, but I don't even care. Hito is a monster though for 15K. Honestly, I think either of them are worth picking up. Like, you don't really need the signature one. Handles for days, gold, and Hall of Fame don't really do that much. Realistically, with these kind of cards anyway, with the signature series, 2K is just selling you two versions of the same card. That's not really necessary to pick up the signed version. People just want it because it's shiny. You know what I mean? But on the realistically, like, there's not a huge difference. It's kind of like the Serge Ibaka one, where one had Hoff set shooter and the other one had gold. Like, who cares, bro? It's fine. Hito's a monster though, straight up. Like, he's one of the best budget cards in the game. Speaking of nasty budget cards, Kyle Korver, dude. Kyle Korver is one of the best releases in the game. He is dirt cheap. He is literally the best budget shooting guard you can buy in this game, no question. Like, he's got a big player build at 6'7". Like, he's got a decent wingspan. Like, he's got all the shooting badges. He's got shifty dribble style, so he can move, especially on current gen. Like, he moves well on current gen, but some people have told me he moves better on next gen. I haven't got the chance to run him on next gen quite yet, but on current gen, he moves incredibly well. So does Hero, though. I mean, he's basically an improved version of Hero, essentially, is what we're looking at here. Kyle Korver is nasty. Just like that pink diamond last year we got in the Warped Reality set. Like, I think it was Warped Reality, not Splash Zone. I want to say it was Warped Reality. Yeah, Kyle Korver is an absolute monster. And look, at this point, if we're getting Kyle Korver cards that can play defense at the level that he plays defense, which is, moderately okay. Like, he's got a 90 perimeter defense with a 90 steal. 88 speed's not the best, but he can kind of move and he can kind of attack the rim. We're getting to the point where cards they're going to start to get really fake, really fast. And Kyle Korver is a good indication of that. Julius Randle's pretty good. Like I talked about it in the pack opening. He's decent. but there's just so many better options for what he brings your team. Like a good budget power forward that's a little bit undersized. Like there's just so many of those options. Realistically, like Serge Ibaka and Josh Smith are better than him at what he does. You know what I mean? Like Julius Randle brings a little bit more ball handling than those two guys, but that's about all he brings, improvement wise to those two guys. Randall's good though. I mean, if you want to hoop with Julius Randle, my Knicks fans out there that don't hate his guts, like this is a good card. He's fun. He's like 3K MT. Spencer Dinwiddie is actually like a top budget point guard. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this card. He's not the greatest card in the world. They gave him normal jump shot timing, which I think is kind of trash to be honest, but Dinwiddie is pretty good, especially for offline play. He's really fun to use offline. Like he's a good point guard that you can get for like 3K MT, like straight up. I know the meta person's gonna come up and say Bonga is like the best point guard you can buy for like 2000 MT, but I don't think that's the case. I think Dinwiddie actually deserves to be up there. Like Dinwiddie's really good. He's got good defensive badges too. Granted, most of them are gold. Dinwiddie is probably one of the better budget cards in the game. If I was to make like a 100K squad, I absolutely would run Dinwiddie at point guard. There's literally no one else I would run. Outside of him, like, yeah, my 2 point guards realistically, like if I'm not using free reward cards, would be Dinwiddie and probably Bob Sura. That's who I would be running. Dinwiddie's good though. Straight up, he is. Don't sleep on Dinwiddie is what I'm trying to say here. Bobby Portis is all right. He's just like a buyable version of Kmart, basically. Like, look at the intensity. First off, don't ever mess with a man with this kind of facial hair. This person has given up on life, and they have nothing left to lose. When you see the goatee that strong, just run. This man either works at the water department or, like, he has nothing left to lose. He's in a loveless marriage, and he will fuck you up. Bobby Portis is solid, though. He is. He's like one of the better Amethyst big men. Straight up, like if I had to make an all Amethyst team, I would use Bobby Portis 100%. I can't tell you where he would play, but I would play him at center for sure. And I think he would play over Evan Mobley. Straight up. He might even start, honestly. Like yeah, I would use him over Bagley for sure. Can he handle the rock at all? That's a good question. A little bit. I'd use him over Bagley. Caron Butler is actually kind of good. He's got jump shot 17 on quick. People sleep on this card. This card is actually pretty good. Like, I don't understand why I get it. Like, there's never any hype when it comes to these lower overall cards, and I do understand that. But Caron Butler is actually really good. Caron Butler gets no love in 2K ever, and he's like a really solid budget wing always. It's really annoying. Surprisingly, out of all the cards, I didn't pull a single one of these rubies, like at all. Matt Bonner, I'm mad. You can tell that these were actually harder to pull than the Amethyst because they're like 10,000 MT, whereas like all the Amethysts are like 1,000. Like I think 2K just messed up the odds again, to be honest. Like I really think they did, which is kind of funny. They typically do that. Matt Bonner kind of sucks though. They gave him set shot 17, which is the Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell release on quick, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I just wish they would have given him like a mid-tier release. You know what I mean? Like set shot 17 just sucks so bad. It doesn't even matter like what jump shot they gave him. Like it would have been better, straight up. Like if they would have gave him, if they would have given Ronnie's base, it would have been over. You would have saw me running him hard. Like, I think the only release, no. If they gave him Dick Barnett's release, I would have been more stoked. Like, if he kicked his feet, like Dorothy, like, I would have enjoyed that way more than set shot 17. I'm not the biggest, like, proponent of hating set shot 17, but, like, come on. I'm Matt Bonner after what you did last year with Klay Thompson base. Disgrace. Juan Toscano, once again, I've talked about it. Like, he's just another good Ruby, like, wing. We get a good Ruby power forward / small forward every single pack drop. It's literally never a difference. Like we literally every single pack drop, every update, we get a Ruby wing every single time. Did we get one with power? Yeah, power within. We got Hachimura. All-Star promo. I'm almost certain we got one as well. Did we get one? Yeah, we got Sabelos. Literally, we get a budget Ruby wing every single time. That's fire. Every single large pack release. Level Up promo. Yep, we got JT Thor. Like literally limited edition 3. I don't know if we got one for limited edition 3 actually. Yeah, we got Kaminga. Literally every single one. What jump shot does Juan Toscano have? That's an interesting question because I don't know. Base 21. Oh, he's got Kareem's release on quick with Harrison Barnes upper. That's just really weird. It's just a really weird combo. He's good though. Now looking at the little event cards, you can lock in for Kmart for like at a ridiculously cheap price. I think like it's literally like 70, 80K. Like legitimately, it's that cheap. And honestly, is it worth it? I mean, looking at Kmart on 2KDB, like, first off, I like how the lock-in's actually a lower rank than all of the rest of the cards. I do enjoy that. Like, all the other opals are higher tier than Kmart. I find that hysterical. Now, that being said, jump shot to 75, which is like the same releases like ML Carr, Pascal Siakam, Obi Toppin, Jaylen Brown on quick with the release 50 upper, which is the Gary Payton one, is not bad. He's got fundamental dribble style, which is not terrible. Like he's 6'9". He's not terrible. His dunk package is horrible. Like any other year, his dunk package would be fire, but this is the year where they get blocked every single time because he tries to do tomahawks every time. Badge wise, he's solid. I mean, he's just overall not the greatest, but he is a speed demon though. Like he's got 94 speed. Like he can go hard. Like an 85 ball handle, decent. Kmart's decent, but he's not worth locking in. I will say that right now. Like, and these things are only going to drop in price. Now, that being said, if you can lock in for Kmart for 40, 50K, he's probably one of the best power forwards you can get for that price, truly. It just kind of depends. Like, because my boy Hito's not playing power forward, straight up. Like, he's not. It's just not worth it. I'm trying to get this stuff done. I just don't feel like it. Now, as far as badges go, the key is to look at guys like D-Rob. Like, what can D-Rob get that he would need? Deadeye. So right off the bat, anyone that's picking up D-Rob is going to want to put Deadeye on him. In addition to that, badges to look at: Luka, Rim Protector. Obviously, people are going to want to put Rim Protector on Luka. Now, at the same time, it's not going for that much, and that's just because most people are going to try to get Hoff versions, but I mean, if I can get 7K for Rim Protector, I'm going to do it. Deadeye is going to be an interesting one. This badge is always cheap until a card needs it. This is always one of the better badges to invest in when it comes to investing. Deadeye always just falls. Deadeye, Corner Specialist, and Catch and Shoot are the three like easiest badges to flip because they always drop to like 500 MT, for instance, for Catch and Shoot until we get a big man that doesn't have Catch and Shoot, and all of a sudden it's like 1,000, 1,500. You know what I mean? Hot Zone Hunter is another one like that. Do I have any Bronze Deadeye? Because I'm curious to see if Bronze Deadeye is like up a little bit. No. Limitless Spot Up is another one. I'm pretty sure D-Rob just comes standard with it. Yeah, of course. Of course he does. Can't let me come up off MT too hard, of course. Okay, so you're telling me David Robinson comes standard with Limitless Spot Up, but Rudy doesn't? Come on. Come on, dog. Why are you disrespecting Rudy like that, 2K? What the is this? Honestly, disrespectful. Incredibly disrespectful on 2K's part. Nobody needs clamps anymore. Realistically, does Hito need clamps? I don't think he does even. No, not even Hito needs clamps. That's a good indication of where we're at. Kyle Korver and Hito don't need clamps. Chances are, no one outside of the occasional random center is ever really going to need clamps again for the rest of the year. And I'm talking about high tier cards. Like, guys that won't have clamps will be like Kristaps or like Bol or who's another one that Thon Maker. Those guys might not have clamps at some point, or like a really big body center like a Hakeem or something might not have clamps, but for the most part, like the only cards you're going to be putting clamps on at this point are lower tier cards. That's just how it's going to go. So it's not really a good investment vehicle anymore. It's unfortunate. Chef is always an expensive badge. I want to go take a look at Chef at the moment. If I can get Chef for cheap enough, I'm definitely buying Rudy. I mean, I'm already going to buy Rudy, but I'll buy him right now. I don't even care. Like, I need Rudy, dude. I need him. right? It is what it is. I'm gonna run Rudy and Scottie Pippen in the starting lineup. Let's go. It's is it gonna work out for me? I mean, probably, dude. It's gonna work out as well as like whatever else I do, dude, because I kind of suck at this game. Okay, why can't I find Chef, dude? Am I stupid? Can I search? No. I see. I hate that. I hate that I can't search badges. I have to go in here and like do it manually, and I swear to God, I always miss them. There it is. All right. Chef's not really that expensive. I thought it was going to be more. I just think people don't care about gold badges anymore. I just feel like that's what's happening here. Bronze Chef is still kind of expensive, but not really. I mean, you can chef out a card at least a gold chef with not very much MT, like 10K realistically. Maybe a little bit more, maybe closer to like 15. But it's not very expensive. And that's today when badges are even more pricey. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, I suppose. Recommend doing your challenges for sure. I've seen a lot of people. This is trash. By the way, there's really no dynamic players that really shot up in value. I literally, right before I recorded this, I scoured. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to find them. Like, who's gone up in value? Who's gone up? Like, LaMelo kind of has, just because people have to use these cards. So we're seeing like guys like LaMelo, like hot ticket guys go up a little bit. Giannis is like 50K. But it is what it is. I'm literally running Bobby Portis. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're looking for a budget guy to pick up to run in limited this weekend who's not going to be crazy expensive, Chris Middleton is fire. Like, dead serious. Like, he's really good. Chris Middleton's good. 6'7", like catch and shoot corner specialist, goal limitless, clutch shooter. He's going to be the perfect pick and pop guy. He's absolutely worth taking a flyer on. Drew Holiday is always a good person to grab too. He's got 2 Hoff badges. Clutch shooter and teardrop aren't the best, but he's got good defensive badges as well. Serge Ibaka, not a terrible option either, realistically. Like, he's got an easy to time jump shot. He's got bronze rim protector. Like, he's a good cheap option. 3,000's kind of expensive. Grayson Allen, dude, forever. Other guys to look at, Darius Garland is a good point guard to run. Garland can move. He's got a good jump shot, etc. Don't sleep on Kevin Love, too, because he can still stroke from outside, and he's not the most expensive card in the world. He's got a good jump shot this year, so. Scotty Barnes is okay on the defensive end. Van Vliet's all right. He's just not really that great, but it is what it is. Halliburton can play point guard. He's another good one. Like, I personally don't like his jump shot. I think it has a horrible load up this year, but it is what it is. Let's see. Ben Simmons is another one I wouldn't sleep on, honestly. You could just post poke people to death with Ben Simmons if you really wanted to. Like, he is a 6'11 point guard with clamps, pickpocket, and interceptor. Like, he's also got floor general for some reason. Don't ask me why. It is what it is. He can really hold it down. Also, don't sleep on LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this LaMarcus card is decent. Like, especially if you're on next gen, you can actually bang in the post with him relatively easy. Like, Franz Wagner's another cheap card. Just realistically, just use whoever you want. Like, use whatever card you're a fan of. You want to use DeJounte? Absolutely. He's pretty good and cheap because he can't shoot threes that well. So people automatically think he's ass. Straight up, every single time. This video is so long. This is the complete opposite of what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be making my videos shorter. This is not what I'm doing right now. It is what it is, though. LeBron James. Forgot about him. Either way, I mean, use whoever you want to use. There's really no quote-unquote meta cards to use outside of, like, the high-tier options. So, as always, has been your boy Cheap Loots. Like, if you know any other market tips or any My Team related tips in general, drop in the comments. What was that? Jump in the comments down below. Also, I'm going to post on the community post anyway, but I'm thinking about doing a stream for the 250K tournament, a little watch party action perhaps tomorrow. If you guys are interested, please let me know down in the comments. I just want to gauge the reaction. Just to see if anybody will show up. I don't want to sit here and plan like a 4-hour watch party and everybody go watch DBG's watch party, which is fine. I'm not going to hold it against you. I just don't want to do it myself. You know what I mean? So drop a like on this video.